Hello, I would like to present on my internship and special project experience. So, I completed my internship at Golf Club T nad Vltavou, which is in the city of T nad Vltavou in the Czech Republic. The position I had in there was a golf club manager. The responsibilities I had was using online system to update information about members, using online banking system to pay invoices, then ordering equipment, promoting golf club on social media, organizing practices, teaching golf lessons, greenkeeping, and others. Now I would like to discuss goals and objectives of the experience, of the internship. The goal number 1 was to learn about clubs accounting. This was done by writing and sending invoices, paying invoices, using the online banking system to pay the invoices, get the receipts for food, equipment, green fees and stuff like that, and then keeping accounting folder organized. There I put the receipts in like different folders and also the paid invoices. Goal number 2 was to learn how to use the online Czech Golf Federation system. This was done by updating the base of members in the system, then providing list of players for team competition, and also by providing authorizations to members to start playing tournaments. So if they received like the handicap, I had to go in the system and give them authorization that they can start play tournaments. The goal number 3 was to learn how to promote golf club on social media. This was done by setting up an Instagram account and use it to post pictures and other stuff about club's activities. The other thing was regularly posting on Facebook about club's activities. We put pictures and results on the page, and then by creating a new website for the club. Goal number 4 was to learn to analyze children's golf game. This was done by observing kids at tournaments, taking notes about their game, then creating online folders for the kids about like with the information observed at tournaments or with video taken by like of their swings. Then providing feedback to parents and the kids about their game, and also by using children's playing statistics to analyze the game. And the last goal was to learn how to organize a practice camp, which was also my special project, which I will talk about later. The objectives for this goal was to write practices, then creating daily schedule for the camp, then using notes from tournaments to tailor the practices, and lastly, to discuss conditions for the camp if it takes place on a different golf club. So if we want to do the camp at different golf club, we have to go and have meeting with the manager of other golf club and discuss the conditions that will be good for us. Now I would like to self-analyze how I did in this internship. So in my opinion, all the goals were reached. I learned how to use the online federation system, then how to use the online banking and how to actually write the invoices. I learned how to analyze children's game. I also learned how to organize weekly practices, which we had every Tuesday. I learned how to communicate with people in general. Also, I learned how to use social media to promote golf club. And lastly, I learned how to work and think independently. I learned how to be more responsible because I had to work independently. There are also things I would need to still improve, which are work, like how to work and communicate with children, because it's different to communicate with children than with adults. And lastly, I need to learn how to smile more, because people would say that I don't look friendly, so this is really important too. I have some recommendations. They could be used for improving the whole internship experience. One of it was to focus more on how to find finances for the club. So for example, how to look for grants or stuff like that. Then I would like to learn how to do the final accounting report that is done in the end of the year. I would like to learn more about how to do this. And then I would suggest that the club would do a financial report every 3 months, so we would know where the money are or how we are on it. From the class concepts, I think I used and applied problem solving, communications on like different levels, then the marketing of organizations, also governance and policies, and I gained experience in club management. In the governance and policies, we had this one issue that one of our kids did not wear a club's t-shirt for representing the club, and when we told him, he didn't say that. He said that he doesn't have to wear it because it's not written anywhere, so that was the problem. So I wrote the policy now, so it's written, and if they don't do something, that we can actually have some punishment for it. So this was really good concept that I was able to use. Now I would like to talk about the special project. So my special project was to organize a practice camp for kids. It was supposed to last, or it lasted 3 days. We had 13 participants, 13 kids, and there were 2 coaches. I also created a website, the portfolio about the experience. This is the website. First, I talk about me, like who I am and what was my internship. Then I go to my resume, that everything is stated here. Then I have the special project, like the proposal, and then the description of the project, the purpose and long-term benefits for the agency. Then I have the major goals and objectives of the project. Next, we have the contributions to the agency of this project. Next, there is the evaluation of the project, with the goals and my reflection on it. And lastly, there's a portfolio with the camp's flyer, the daily schedule of the camp, then the practices, and then lastly there is a picture of all participants, coaches, and a dog. So now I would like to talk about the goals and objectives of the special project. The first goal was to find a date for the camp. This was done by creating a WhatsApp group for communication with parents. Then the next objective was to give 3 options to the parents so we can decide on the best one. And the last one was to find the best option. So in this WhatsApp group, we discuss what dates are the best, and then the date that had the most votes, we decided for this date. The next goal of the special project was to order t-shirts for participants and coaches. So the first objective was to contact the t-shirt supplier. Then the next one was to choose a product from the catalog the supplier sent me. The next one was to gather sizes from the participants, like from parents for kids, and then from the coaches. And the next was to order the shirts. The goal number 3 was to discuss conditions for the camp. So the objectives for that was to contact the manager of the other club, then to meet with him. Next was to set up good conditions, so to discuss the conditions for the camp, and then was to discuss the price. And lastly, we agreed on something. The goal number 4 was to create daily schedule. I did this by using all schedules as like templates and also researching on the internet. Then I created a schedule that was good. The goal number 5 was to create practice program. Again, I used the old practices as examples. Also, I used my experience for my playing years. And lastly, again, I researched on the internet. Now I would again like to self-analyze myself. I think the goals were reached. I learned how to effectively communicate with managers, how to come up with creative ideas for practices. Then I learned how to establish contacts with t-shirt suppliers or managers of the other club. Things I would need to improve is the communication with parents and also how to have better structure of practices. Recommendations for the special projects are that we need to provide more information about practices before the camp to parents because they like to know what they can expect. Then we should set up a focus of the camp before the camp, so again they know what will be practiced. And lastly, we should use more visual examples such as like video technique or like showing more how to do it to the kids because they learn the best when they see it. From this experience, I used class concepts such as problem solving, communications, then creating network of contacts, and also I gained experience in event planning, which was a really good experience for me. Now I would like to conclude this whole internship and the special project. I have to say that I really enjoyed the internship. It was really good experience for me because I think I learned a lot. But I think I would like to learn more about the accounting of non-profit organizations because it is really interesting to me. I would definitely recommend this internship to a friend, but I know it's really difficult because it was in the Czech Republic and nobody really can do it in here unless they are from here. And overall, it was a great experience for me. Lastly, I put the flyer of the camp here again, so you could see it better. And then I put a picture of all the participants and the coaches, which was me and my sister, and the dog that helped us too. This is all from me. Thank you for your attention.